3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game. And then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. For the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stat. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills and a lot.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And this one will be brought back to the... The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Henry running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
Touchdown! Robert Woods, 55 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, Charles, you got to... The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And some room to work. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 8. 36 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now Carr. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those.
Touchdown, Bills! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Now a play fake. Carr. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Both of these coaching staff with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back. Second and God.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards them. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Hunt on the draw play. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Carr now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those...
Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Leonard Fournette ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get it. And we're back now in Charlotte. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. A first throw for the backup, Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance already.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
And Ryan's throw into the hands of Darden. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jalen Darden, 41 yards. And the Bills will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all three timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Trucks over him. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Fournette. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 110 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on third and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Ryan wants to throw it. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover.